Zran Mamdani becomes New York City's first Muslim mayor. Zran Mamdani, a 34-year-old political newcomer once labeled a lunatic by former U.S. President Donald Trump, has made history by winning New York City's mayoral election. Born in Uganda to Indian parents, Mamdani moved to New York at the age of 7. His mother, filmmaker Miran Nair, and father, Professor Mahmoud Mamdani of Columbia University, are both Harvard alumni. Before entering politics, Mamdani worked as a housing counselor and pursued a brief rap career under the names Young Cardamom and Mr. Cardamom. He is also married to 28-year-old Brooklyn-based artist Raymond Dwady, making her the youngest First Lady in the city's history. Mamdani's progressive campaign energized voters, promising rent freezes, universal childcare, affordable grocery stores, free bus service, and a 2% tax on millionaires. His bold stances, including calling Israel's actions in Gaza genocide and demanding the arrest of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, have sparked national debate. Trump has threatened to cut federal funding to New York in response to Mamdani's policies, while Governor Kathy Hochul has opposed his proposed tax reforms. Despite political hurdles, Mamdani, New York's first Muslim, first South Asian, and youngest mayor in over a century, will take office on January 1, representing the city's 8 million residents. Tensions erupt in Chicago's Little Village during federal immigration raid. Chaos broke out in Chicago's Little Village neighborhood as federal agents conducted immigration enforcement operations, reportedly detaining at least 2 people. The raids sparked outrage among residents, who confronted agents after witnessing a young woman being taken into custody. Cell phone footage showed Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino holding a tear gas canister, prompting allegations that agents used tear gas on residents. The Department of Homeland Security claimed its agents came under fire from a man in a black Jeep, but local Alderman Byron Lopez disputed that account, saying officers pointed weapons at civilians first. During the confrontation, a Chicago police officer called for crowd control was struck by a vehicle and hospitalized. The unrest intensified when agents allegedly used tear gas again to detain another person near 20th 6th and Pilaste as helicopters circled overhead. Later in the day, federal agents attempted another arrest involving a man and his 11-year-old niece, further escalating tensions. It remains unclear where the detained individuals were taken or what charges they face. The incident comes just 2 days after a federal judge issued an injunction limiting federal agents' use of force, including tear gas and pepper balls, unless absolutely necessary. The man opens fire on Border Patrol agents during immigration operation in Chicago. A man allegedly opened fire on U.S. Border Patrol agents in Chicago on Saturday while they were conducting immigration enforcement operations, according to the Department of Homeland Security. The incident occurred near 20th 6th Street and Quincy Avenue, where the suspect, driving a Jeep, reportedly fired multiple shots at the agents. No injuries were immediately reported, and authorities have not confirmed whether the suspect has been apprehended. The shooting took place amid heightened tensions in the city's Little Village neighborhood, which has recently seen increased federal immigration activity. 2 killed in armed robbery at Chicago jewelry store. A deadly armed robbery unfolded Saturday evening at a jewelry store near 20th 6th Street and Springfield Avenue in Chicago, leaving 2 men dead. Surveillance footage captured the shocking incident, showing a suspect wearing a Black Hawks hoodie entering the store around 5:45 p.m. Moments later, he fled with stolen merchandise as 2 men chased him into the street. The confrontation escalated and the suspect pulled out a gun, shooting both victims amid oncoming traffic. The 63-year-old and 25-year-old victims were rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. The suspect escaped in a white SUV heading southbound on Springfield Avenue. Chicago police have been collecting evidence and reviewing surveillance footage from nearby businesses. No other injuries were reported, and authorities continue to search for the gunman. Tensions flare in Chicago's Little Village amid immigration raids. Federal immigration operations in Chicago's Little Village neighborhood sparked chaos and anger on Saturday, as community members clashed with Border Patrol agents. Immigrant advocates reported that 6 people were detained during a series of enforcement actions. Surveillance footage showed Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino entering a local store with masked agents, where employees refused them service. Later, residents gathered near 26th Street and Kidsey Avenue after federal officers allegedly detained a young woman. Videos captured Bovino holding a tear gas canister as tensions escalated. The Department of Homeland Security claimed agents came under fire from a man in a black Jeep, while local officials, including Alderman Byron Sicalopes, accused agents of pointing weapons and deploying tear gas on residents. In another confrontation near 26th and Pilaste, agents allegedly threw a flash grenade into a crowd, exposing a nearby family including a 6-year-old child to gas. A Chicago police officer responding for crowd control was struck by a vehicle and hospitalized. The incidents have intensified community outrage and raised fresh concerns over federal enforcement tactics in immigrant neighborhoods. That looks to Denmark for tar asylum and immigration policies. The UP government is reportedly studying Denmark's strict asylum system as it seeks to overhaul its immigration policies amid rising public concern over small boat crossings and asylum hotels. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederikson's hardline measures have driven asylum approvals to a 40-year low, making Denmark one of Europe's toughest countries for migrants. Successful asylum seekers, they receive only temporary residence, face strict family reunification rules, and must meet financial and language requirements, including a 7,000 guarantee and a Danish proficiency test. Home Secretary Shaven Minud has sent officials to Copenhagen to learn from Denmark's model as part of an upcoming immigration reform package. While supporters argue the UP must get a grip on illegal migration, critics on the left call Denmark's policies draconian, citing controversial actions such as confiscating migrants' jewelry and demolishing housing with high non-Western populations. Experts warn that directly applying Denmark's model to the UP may prove difficult due to differing contexts and legal frameworks.